Oh, Masue. Oh.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another exciting edition of the Fans and Banz show. This edition is actually the Super Sunday edition of the Fans and Banz show. My name is Angelina Mamisuma Amwa, and this show is proudly sponsored by Mamba Energy Drink and Sport Dem. Today, I've been joined by the usual people we have in here.
I'm Emmanuel Ayamga, supporting the biggest team in England.
And then from us now, we have...
Kweku, Anokum.
And then you can see from Chelsea, Chelsea's been represented by
Lobson.
Kweku, it's been a while. I mean, we've really missed you. How's it been?
Yeah, it's been okay. You know, some personal tragedy that's encountered me along the way, but now we are staying strong and we are still humble and we move on with our lives. Life goes on.
It's good to see you. I think the team has really missed you the whole of this past weeks that you haven't been around. I think the presence of Arsenal has actually been missed in here.
Yeah.
So last week when we started, we introduced a new show into it, a new addition into the Fans and Banz show. That was the question of the day. And the question that we asked for last week was which player holds the records for the most penalties scored and the most penalties missed in the history of the Premier League. And as we said, the winner of that question receives a customized jersey from Sport Dem. So we have a winner here. The winner was William Curtis. William Curtis got the answer correct, and the person who actually holds that record is Alan Shearer. He scored 56 penalties and missed 11. So William, wherever you are, if you are listening to us, we will get in touch with you after the show and then we'll give you your present. So this week, Sunday is Super Sunday. Sunday is Super Sunday.
Can't wait.
Yes, I know some people cannot wait. So this week we are actually going to still, like how we do all the time, we still banter on the teams, the top teams for the EPL, and then we get to review what happened over the weekend, and of course we'll predict into this weekend game. For Manchester United, I mean, how has it been for you? I mean, your last week you won. Actually, it was a hard one for you, but you managed to actually beat Tottenham. So what would you say when you look at your own comment or your own prediction about, not your prediction per se, but your own view, in holistic term, what do you think was it for the game?
I think last week when I came here, I said it here that we were going to beat Tottenham, and it happened. Now, what that tells us is that this United team is one of the best teams in England. Aside City, and I'll admit that City have been the best team in England this season, but aside City, I don't think the likes of Arsenal and Chelsea are anywhere close to the United team we are seeing. And that is epitomized by the fact that Tottenham beat Liverpool by a whooping 4-1. Now, after that game, they came to United. We beat them. They again went to the champions of Europe, Real Madrid, and whipped them by 3-1. Now, for a team that has beaten Liverpool by 4-1, and then also gotten a team like Madrid and beating them by 3-1, it should tell you that this is a team that is very, very good. And so to be outplayed by a United side that many are saying are not title contenders, and to still win by a 0-0, I think United should be giving a lot of credit for that. So I think it was a good result. Assuming we had even drawn that game, or maybe even if we had lost, it would have meant that Tottenham, Man City would have stretched the gap between us and then them. So I think it was good for us to win, to build confidence ahead of the Chelsea game. And before we even come to the Chelsea game, let me say that the Tottenham game was just a warm up. And for the Chelsea fans, I rest my case. They will see it on Sunday.
All right. Before I get your views about the game with Tottenham, let me just announce the question for today. The question for the day is who had the most assists for the 2014 and then 2015 season of the English Premier League. I repeat, who had the most assists for the 2014 and 2015 season of the English Premier League. So if you know the answer, please comment, and then you stand a chance of winning a customized jersey from Sport Dem. Now, Kweku, tell us, what do you think about the game, the United game against Tottenham?
I'm very surprised, my Manchester fella is, talking and touting after playing such mischievous game in my books, because it was some caricature kind of formation Jose Mourinho put out there with this 3-back. There's been a lot of talk that Jose Mourinho will not try 3-back, and everybody is copying 3-back, and here we were having Mourinho trying to copy his opponent and stifle the opponent. He frustrated Tottenham. They could not even play, and Tottenhm were a bit handicapped because they lost Harry Kane. So trying to just maneuver and frustrate the Tottenham team for Anthony Martial to just come and score. I think it's quite quite interesting that just after such a victory, he thinks Manchester United is the best team aside the Manchester City. I don't even know what he's even talking about. So I believe that it was just a lucky or a fortunate win for Manchester United, and they shouldn't keep their hopes so high because they were able to beat Tottenham Hotspur.
All right.
Here we go again. Manchester United fans always making mountains out of molehills. You scored Tottenham 1-0. You defended and then you had a chance and then you took it. Fine. We Chelsea, we caught them at their own backyard where Real Madrid lost 3 goals to 1, and then we gave it to them 2-1. What should we say about that? Does that make us the best team in England? It's Spurs now. It's beating Spurs now, the benchmark.
You see, I just like the way they are talking, and they are talking like typical Arsenal and Chelsea fans. Now, this is an Arsenal fan talking. Wenger has adopted a 3-back system for some time now, and obviously everybody knows. I think Wenger is not a coach who likes to play the typical 3-back. For since last season,
I'm actually happy you guys are now doing the 3-back. You're learning from your champions. That's a good
no. Van Gaal started the 3-back system.
Yeah.
I beg to differ. Van Gaal started it. He brought it to England after the World Cup.
I'm not saying we started it. Van Gaal started it.
So you shouldn't say we are copying you.
But then we made it what it is now.
You made it work doesn't mean you brought it. Van Gaal brought it to England.
We made it work. But actually, Van Gaal came with 3-5-2.
Yeah.
We did 3-4-3.
Against Tottenham, we played 3-5-2 and not 3-4-3.
You played 3-4-3.
It was 3-5-2 with Rashford and then Lukaku at top.
You played 3-4-3.
It was not 3-4-3. It was 3-5-2.
I think it's enough of the argument whether it was 3.
But let me
it's actually good.
But let me has adopted the 3-back system for quite some time.
Yes.
But what United wanted to do was just to frustrate the Tottenham Hotspur. That's how I saw it.
But we still ended up winning, and that's the most important thing. Now, you said something about Chelsea.
The thing is, fine, you won. We'll give it to you. But that doesn't make you the best team in England.
So are you saying that for us to be able to frustrate a Spurs team that is very efficient, and a Spurs team that beat Liverpool by 4 and beat Madrid by 3, it's no mean feat?
I don't count the Spurs team as efficient as you say, because
no, but
they were without Harry Kane.
It doesn't matter.
Even me scoring Spurs with Harry Kane and all of them at their backyard.
The fact is that at the time when you played Spurs, they had not even recorded a single win in the season. They were struggling,
but they still had their stars.
They had not kicked into gear. The difference is that we played a Spurs team in form. You played a Spurs team that were just picking up at the beginning of the season. You get a difference.
At your own backyard.
It doesn't matter. Football is played on a pitch, whether it is at your own backyard or even played in Asia or even in Antarctica. It's still a pitch where you have to play for no match is played for 110 minutes. So it was still 90 minutes.
All right. Okay. So you say that
he
the
actually
game
believes home support doesn't count in football.
If you know how to play football, you will win anywhere.
Wait, so home support doesn't count?
It
So are you trying to tell us that at times that United have actually failed to actually win at their home grounds? It means they didn't know how to play football at that time.
It means the team was just not good, and that was why last season we dropped a lot of points at home. If home support was counting, it counts all right, but if it was that important, it means we would have picked a lot of points at home last season, which we lost against Burnley, against the West Ham. We still drew against them, right? So I'm saying, if he thinks it works, we'll come here next week, and after we beating them by 4-0 on Sunday, he will understand why.
Actually, after the AS game, I told this guy he should laugh at me, because if he doesn't laugh at me,
we are not even yet at the AS.
Then on Monday, I'll get my chance to laugh at him. I won't spend.
I need to have my.
We haven't gone that direction. Yes. Kweku, yes. Kweku, you won your game against Swansea, and just like the United fan is saying here, that was a preparatory game for them actually into their game with Chelsea.
Yeah.
Are you going to say that that was also a preparatory game for your game against Manchester City?
Well, what happened was in the Europa League we rested players. We beat Swansea by 2-1. We're taking every game as it comes. It's not time for us to say this is a preparatory ground. No, we take every game as serious as it is, and we take every game with all these intricacies and problems it brings to us. So I won't say it's quite a preparatory ground, but it has shown that Arsenal have this fighting spirit with them. This season they've been able to fight hard when they go down. We went down against Everton, we were able to win by 5-2. We went down against Swansea and we were able to come back and win by 2-1. And I think that is good enough as preparation to face the best team in the league. As my colleague said, it's the so-called best team in the league, but we are ready to go and face them, and with all strength and vigor. Mind you, we rested players against Red Star Belgrade because we felt it wasn't as much as an important game because we are already on top of our group in the Europa League. So we are all ready, and we are ever ready to play our killer trident, that is Ozil, Lacazette, and Alexis Sanchez, OLA and Ola. We are going to win and say Ola at the end of the game against Manchester City.
Okay. Now, Lobson, I think Tuesday was one of the saddest days actually in this season, if I'm not lying. Tuesday might be one of the saddest days.
Yeah,
so you see,
heavy defeat.
Yes. So Chelsea, you're actually going to meet with United come Sunday, and then I'm just looking at the fact that Real Madrid lost their game over the Champions League, and then just some few days after they actually won their game. So they took that frustration or that defeat into a win. Is it the same thing that we're actually expecting with your game against United after the loss? Are you going to convert that or just move that one into a win against United? Is that what we should be expecting?
Expect a win. We have played 13 games with United, and then they won just once. We are their whipping boys, and they are coming to where we gave them 4 last season. The game
yes,
against,
but you gave them 4 last season, but then
Roma,
when you played also in their home, they also gave you 2.
That was 4. You could actually see Mourinho begging the fans the following week at Old Trafford. And this time, see, we are pissed at what happened at Rome, and I'm sorry for my Man United friends.
There was a funny thing going on Facebook, that the look on Chelsea fans' face when he goes to the church on Sunday and the pastor teaches Romans 3.
Look.
Romans 3. Open your Bible to Romans 3.
2 years ago we finished 10th. We were able to endure that season. What have we not seen before? At the time, Southampton came to Stamford Bridge and they gave us 3. Stamford Bridge 3. What have we not seen before? Come on.
So you think this is 3-0?
So what do you say about it? Because he is saying that it's definitely going to be a win for Chelsea.
I think he's trying as much as he can to decorate the whole thing. I mean, Chelsea was simply shambolic on the day, led by one guy they call Murata. Secondly, Timwe Bakayoko, who we will be discussing today. I don't know, but I think this Chelsea team, I don't know what Chelsea fans think, but if they think
we discuss Smalling afterwards? If
they think this is a team that could actually challenge for a trophy, I'm sorry, but they should be thinking twice, because from what we saw, even Roma is not the best team in Italy. I mean, Napoli is a better team than Roma. Same applies to Juventus. And so if you cannot beat Italy's, in quote, 3rd best team currently, who can you beat in the Premier League to the title when you consider the likes of United and City, with City beating Napoli home and away? I mean, you should fear. I'm surprised that they think it's so cool, and then they think it's so normal that Roma beat them by 3 goals. If any team beats United by 3-0, the following year, like you said, when they beat us 4-0, Mourinho had to issue an apology to the United fans who traveled to Stamford Bridge to witness that game. They should be doing the same thing, because fans cannot travel with the team to a country as far like Italy from England, and then for you to go there and embarrass yourself like that. Unfortunately for them, they are playing my beloved United this weekend, and we are only going to compound it. He spoke about them being angry and then them taking revenge on us. Fine, we won't talk too much. But the fact is that they beat us 4-0 last season. We are now the team in form, and we are going to repeat that. Even if they don't take it, We could,
But
you see,
last
last season,
this is the
even
defending
when-
champions of the league.
They
are
had it
defending
the last time they were defending
and from
champions.
From records, it's really hard for United to actually beat them when they go
that
to their
is
home.
very, very
Yes.
true. The last time we were defending champions, they finished 10.
And
it's looking
were
like-
you able to score as that season. No.
It doesn't matter.
No.
We nearly beat you
No,
until
nearly.
they played the match.
Nearly.
No,
Nearly doesn't
Nearly.
feel like
in the,
That's
in,
so far.
in the second leg, we played with them. They didn't have a single shot on target until a last minute ball where we made a mistake and Diego Costa scored.
Nearly.
You get it? And,
So
and this
close,
time,
but so
and this
far.
time there will be nothing like luck. Most of the time when we play against Chelsea, they are normally lucky. This time, when even in the 4-0
Somebody has beaten you for now.
in the 4-0 win, what happened? We didn't have a good start because they disrupted our game plan. We started and then we considered a goal in the first minute, just like they did against Roma. And what happened? They lost by 3
Your
goals.
game plan was to come and defend, right?
United will never defend against. Why would we defend against Chelsea?
Because
A
Mourinho is
team
your
with a
coach.
sharpless striker
because,
like
because,
Morata.
because Mourinho is your coach.
No, a team with a sharpless striker. I mean, we defended against Liverpool, fine.
Whether you
But-
come to Stamford Bridge defending or not, you are taking.
No, when we, you see,
For
they
that one,
normally tag United as a defensive team. When we played against Liverpool, we defended fine, and I agree. But against a team like Tottenham, what happened? We opened up and we taught them that we can also play.
No, you didn't play anything.
We can.
Are
I mean,
you serious?
I'm sure we watch different. I'm sure we watch different
You
games.
see, you don't want to admit.
United
but the
did
fact is
not
that
play anything.
in the first 10
Oh,
minutes,
come
United
on.
came out blazing at all cylinders.
That's the poorest game I've seen. The poorest big game I've
I mean,
seen.
I don't
That
expect.
game was
I don't
boring.
expect. I don't expect to say anything.
I
better.
enjoyed the Chelsea Tottenham
The
game.
boring,
better
the
than
most boring game I
United
saw was the
Tottenham
game against Liverpool. Where Arsenal, it was a one-way traffic. Liverpool dominated them, beat them, bruised them, and battered them by 4-0. What more is boring than that game?
Tottenham versus
And you are talking about
Manchester
Tottenham United.
That's more boring.
A
than
game
that.
like Tottenham versus United, which had over 15 chances created. You are comparing that to a draw
15
game like.
chances created
Of course,
for what?
even just look at
For
how
what?
goalkeepers were busy.
What kind of
chances created,
What kind of
and all of them converted just one.
And that was because both teams had two of the best goalkeepers in the league currently. Right now, De Gea is the best goalkeeper in the world, undoubtedly.
in the world.
In the world, who do you compare?
The only
Not even
goalkeeper I know in the world
even-
is Gigi Buffon.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
What are you talking
sorry,
about?
I'm sorry, I'm
Or
sorry.
is it because we are not playing the Champions
I'm
League?
sorry, the
And this
only
one,
keeper-
He's not even the best keeper in Manchester.
De Gea is
He's
the
not even the
goal-
best keeper in Manchester.
I'm sorry.
He's not even
Sorry.
the best keeper in Manchester.
I mean, in the past 2 seasons, he has accumulated more clean sheets than any of the top 5 any goalkeeper in the top 5 leagues.
when
in-
when
Okay,
you play
okay,
at
so
home,
Ima-
when
Ima-
you play at home and you keep drawing, go let's draw, go let's draw, go let's draw.
Ima,
You
now
think that's
tell
an
us,
achievement?
how do you see Sunday's game against Chelsea? How is it going to happen?
It's
What's
a-
your scoreline?
It's a straight win, and it's not just a win. For my United fans out there, just relax, get yourself a bottle of Mamba, sit down, chill. If you are going to a DSTV center, just wear your jerseys. If it's the red you are wearing, wear it. If it's the black, if it's a grey color, just wear them and go and relax. Don't talk too much. And I'm telling you, it's going to be a drubbing. This is going to be the worst match in contest tenor because we are not just coming there to play them and win. We are coming there to trash them. I rest my case.
All right, okay. So you've already admitted that it's going to be a tough game for you against the Pep. Now, what would you predict? What's the scoreline going to be like?
I have to put it on record that Arsene Wenger is the only coach to beat Pep Guardiola in Barcelona, in Bayern Munich, and in Manchester City. So I'm predicting another.
But let's also put on record that he has never beaten Pep Guardiola in the league.
In the league.
So that's also a record that you have to consider.
It's uncharted waters for us. I will not even pay attention to what he's chatting about. We are just going to just go there and have fun. I expect a more exciting game than the one I saw at Manchester and Tottenham. How can you tell me that 22 players create 15 chances and all of them will convert one?
All right.
Those players should be ashamed of themselves. I'm so surprised that he's here, talking up a very, very boring game I saw. So I'm going into that game. I think it's going to be a very, very exciting game. Both teams would, be passing the ball around. You play beautiful football. So I'm going out there to watch beautiful football, and I'm going out there to see if my team will, get.
Okay, so for that one, you're not too sure about your team winning. All that you're concerned about is going to watch an exciting game, but you're not really concerned.
But you see, this is why
about
Arsenal
it
will
because you
I'm
know
very
the
sure
state of
about
your
it.
team.
But this is why Arsenal will never win any trophy. They will never win a major trophy because like he said, they are going there to play according to what City would, and City will dictate the play. You cannot play better than City in holding the ball.
Listen.
Now Mourinho will go there and know that okay, City have the players who can hold the ball. They have ball jugglers all round. They have the Gundogan, they have the Kevin De Bruyne,
So
they have the David Silvers. And so if you try to match them by playing the football on the ground, they will obviously beat you because that's their game. Arsenal will go there trying to play like them and they'll be whipped by 5-0. I'm telling you.
Pep Guardiola.
They will be whipped.
No, Pep.
They did it against Liverpool. They lost by 4
What
goals.
is reiterated is that Pep Guardiola plays a passing game.
Of course.
Arsene Wenger is the only coach to beat Pep in Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Manchester City.
And the fact is that he has never beaten him in the league.
And how did you do
But
that?
he has never beaten him in the league. All them, apart from the FA Cup where he beat him last season, the other games have been dead rubber matches. I mean, Bayern came to England and beat you by 3-1. You went to Germany and they played their second string side and allowed you to win. The same way they came to England and beat you by 4-1 with Lionel Messi's when he was at Barca. You went to Spain and they allowed you to beat them by 1 goal. So what did you qualify ahead of him when you beat him?
The 2011 game when Arsene Wenger beat Pep Guardiola.
The 2-1.
Yeah, it was his first game. At the Emirates.
It doesn't matter. They still qualified ahead of us now, and that's the most important thing.
All right.
Listen.
Okay. I think it's time to do some other team here. It's unfortunate that we do not have any Liverpool fan in here. So if you're out there and you're a Liverpool fan and you want to join us, just send us a message, and then next week we'll have you join us in here. So Liverpool was able to beat Maribor over the weekend. And would you say that they are actually announcing their presence in the Champions League this time? What would you say about that?
Liverpool and Man United have done nothing in this Champions League. They have done nothing. They've done nothing. It's like you put a fish into water.
Why are you so on United?
The
The question I asked was only for Liverpool.
I think he's jealous of United. It's not obvious. He's jealous because United has gone on a clean sweep in the Champions League, has won 4 games in a row. And we are on the verge of qualifying. I think we are already secure stocks because even if we lose the next 2 games,
you've already qualified.
yeah, we've already qualified.
Would you just say that it's because Liverpool is
is
in a lucky team? They are just lucky to be in the team that they are. They are in a cheap team. That's why they are performing. They are performing.
You actually read my mind.
Both
United and
no team is cheap.
both Liverpool and United find themselves in easy groups, and they are expected to top it. And so if they've topped it, then it's nothing extraordinary.
I mean, can you mention one team in the Chelsea group, a team in the United group that is cheaper than Karabakh? Mention one.
Tell me, name me a team in your group that is stronger than Atletico Madrid.
Manchester United. Now, are you talking about the Atletico Madrid of this season? The shambolic Atletico Madrid team who cannot even beat Karabakh home and away.
It is better than your Benfica.
It is not. It is not. They can't. If they cannot beat Karabakh,
with the keeper who catches the ball and
if they cannot beat Karabakh,
So well, with me, I think Liverpool. They are not.
I trying to tell me your group is tougher.
You think Liverpool's actually
on
going to
paper
go far?
your group is tougher. But with the teams you are seeing playing in your group, Atletico have not been at their best for some time now, and obviously you cannot rate them as one of the best teams in Europe right now.
I think the discussion here is on Liverpool. We just want to see about how far Liverpool is going to get in the Champions League. What do you say about that? Do you think there's actually a sign to tell us they will go far?
It's very, very painful and very, very interesting. I have mixed feelings of Liverpool qualifying for the Champions League last season because there was a lot of talk about Arsenal always exiting the Champions League at the round of 16, and that Liverpool will be a better representative. I beg to differ that Liverpool will be any better representative of the Champions League for England. I predict a round of 16 elimination for Liverpool. I feel that is when that will be their last stop to score Maribor 7-0 and beat them 2-0 at home. And you have a team that you have players missing penalties.
Do you think Liverpool fans are going to be excited hearing this from you?
I'm not really.
They're not worried. They're not here to please them.
I'm not a Liverpool fan, but I think he's speaking based on pure jealousy. You had a chance to go into the Champions League for 7, not 1, not twice, not thrice, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 consecutive seasons. You exited in the round of 16. What more is that? What more than failure can you tell me that?
That doesn't stop.
7 consecutive, and I think Liverpool are a better team.
That doesn't stop.
Any team from England, and let me say, I'm saying this. Even if England presents West Ham in the Champions League, they will perform better.
Can I ask you a very
Arsenal.
sincere question on Liverpool?
Ask me.
Who is the best penalty taker in Liverpool right now?
They have a lot of penalty takers.
Salah just missed one.
So does it mean he's poor?
Milner just missed one.
No, so
yesterday. I mean, everybody is missing penalties in that team.
So
that's even one minus. Second minus, their defense.
The defense is poor, but the fact is that
schoolboy defending. I think even GIG school teams defense is better than Liverpool's defense right now. I mean,
I will not speak about that.
So what you are saying, I'm really surprised that you are here defending Liverpool.
I'm not. You are being jealous about Liverpool. That's what I want to defend because
the fact is that I think about the team.
They have a poor defense. Fine. They still beat us now by 4-0.
That was before.
They still beat you. That is this season.
That was before.
They had a poor defense. They still drew with Man United.
That was before the transfer window.
So aside City,
that was before the transfer window.
Who did you add to your squad?
And
you didn't add anybody.
That's when we shipped out.
Who did you sign?
But we took somebody out of the team.
Who did you sign?
We took somebody out.
You didn't sign.
We took somebody out.
Who did you sign?
We took somebody out.
Okay. Let's get our viewers being part of the show. As I announced, there was a question for the day. The question of the day, you stand your chance of getting a customized jersey from Sport Den. The question is, who had the most access for the 2014-2015 season of the English Premier League? So if you know the answer, kindly drop in the comment section below. Now let's read some comments coming from our viewers. We have Shadrach. Shadrach in here says, "Glory, glory, Manchester United."
Thank you,
and Shadrach again is saying, the Arsenal guy wearing the team jersey.
I like the second comment.
Is he attending a funeral tomorrow?
That's personally, it's personally sad because I have one person now attending the person's funeral soon. So.
Okay, and then Chris Hammond is also saying DJ did not even make it to the FIFA first 15 list. I think that question is actually to you.
He didn't make it because we didn't play in the Champions League, but everybody knows the guy is the best in the world.
The guy is the best in your world.
He is the best in the world.
He's the best in your world.
No doubt.
Emmanuel, your world. He's the best.
And then from Mohammed says Liverpool is better than Chelsea because no one scored them 3. And I think that one is
sharp.
Do you have anything to say to this?
Who beat Liverpool by 3 goals?
Liverpool is better than Chelsea because no one scored them 3.
Yes, in the Champions. No, that was in the Premier League. In the Champions League, I think.
This person's actually referring to the Champions League.
I'm disappointed. You played Maribor. I played Roma.
Please. Who is Roma? Now, when did Roma become a big team? Because Roma beat you, they are now a big team.
You think Liverpool just because
they made Edin Dzeko play like he was a Ronaldo, made El Shaarawy play like he was a Cantona, and then made a player like Kolarov, who was a Liverpool.
In general, what would you say?
Liverpool to AS Roma to Maribor. Is that what you're trying to
I'm not trying to equate them, but the fact is that AS Roma is not any team that should be beating you by 3 goals. So don't try to justify it.
AS Roma is not Maribor.
They are not Maribor. The same AS Roma is not a Madrid or a Barca. So don't try to justify it, because even if Madrid had beaten you by 3 goals, it would still have been big news. Let alone let it be in AS Roma, who are languishing in second place.
But guys, in general, what do you think about the EPL team's performance in the Champions League? Is there anything you are taping to go far somewhere?
Of course, United will go far. It's obvious because we've swept aside this side has come across us, and I think I don't know, but I have a feeling Liverpool will also go far. Liverpool will go very far. Tottenham, based on what they did against the champions Real Madrid, it's obvious they will also go far. But however, that will be dependent on the teams that we meet in this. Now, Real Madrid stand a chance of becoming the second place team in the group with Tottenham, because if Tottenham win their next game, it means top spots will be guaranteed for them, and so Real Madrid will be second. What that means is that, and currently all the English teams are first on their league log, except our brothers from the blue side, who are now second to AS Roma. So I think United, Liverpool, Tottenham will be first in their groups. I think so. I think all teams, those teams who qualify as first teams in their groups, with the exception of Chelsea, who I think will play second. So I think, and Bayern Munich will also be second, because already PSG have stolen a match in their group, and they will surely finish in top spot. So what it means is that the teams like United, Liverpool, and then Tottenham, who will finish in first position, could meet Bayern or PSG, Bayern or Real Madrid. Meeting Bayern is something I think most English teams will relish, because Bayern are not the side that we used to know. In the last 2 years, they've not really been up to the Bayern standard that we've known them to be. But I think meeting Real Madrid will be the problem, and I hope Man United will avoid them. We are not scared of Madrid, but I just want.
Are you scared of Madrid?
We are not, but
state?
They are not really on form, but
yes.
Madrid have a way of doing it when it really matters, and so I will not rule them out of anything.
He said he's hoping his team avoids Real Madrid. That means he's scared of them.
If I meet Real Madrid in the semi-final, fine, it's a fair play, but I don't think meeting them, and that's why Arsenal have failed to progress for the last 7 seasons, because they normally meet the Madrids, the Bayerns, and the Barces.
If I speak
That's
right
the
now,
point. I
if
want you
speak
to
right
actually
now-
come in.
And
If I
what-
speak right now, someone will
Is
say
it-
I'm
is it-
speaking out of jealousy. But
Is he allowed to come in?
the thing is,
Yes,
the thing
he's
is-
allowed
the
to
thing
come
is-
Is he allowed to
in.
come in?
Yes,
the thing is,
I
relax,
think at
take
this
a
time
sip,
I would
I think we need Mamba energy.
I would want you.
I think you need more.
I would want you to come in, Kweku, though you are not
Yeah.
in this
Yeah, I'm in my league of my own. I
exactly,
understand.
but I still want to hear your
Yeah,
views
okay.
on the performance of the English Premier
English teams
in
have
it.
English teams
Yes.
are
Are you satisfied with the level of performance?
I believe in the knockout stage, most of them will be absolutely rubbish.
That is jealousy.
That's my view.
Played.
That's my view. But I tip at least maybe Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur to reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Chelsea, I think they really need to do their homework well. Going into the other stages of the competition. With regards to Liverpool, yeah, I just say they'll get out in the round of 16, and I still maintain my stance by that.
Yes.
So that is how I see the English teams. If I speak right now, they say it's jealousy, but truly that's what I think. I mean, and it's as easy as that.
Okay. So do you think for this Champions League we are going to have an EPL team lifting the trophy?
As I said, all of them will be absolutely rubbish. So I don't see.
But you did say you are looking at Manchester
reaching the quarterfinals.
Exactly, and then once they get to the
quarterfinals.
quarterfinals, it's possible that they could also go ahead
What
to
are
the
you talking about?
semifinals.
I said the quarterfinals is their last stop. They are telling
That's
me
their
that-
last stop.
Yes, that's what I mean by when they reach the quarterfinals. So quarterfinals, they'll be booted out. And
Oh, okay.
and-
You're not expecting any EPL team to
get to
actually
semis.
get to the semifinals.
You see, I don't blame him.
I'm
I mean,
actually
he has been
expecting-
used to. He's at a club where they are used to mediocrity, where they go to the Champions League, exit at the round of 16, and they are content with it. Now, these are clubs like United, City, Tottenham, who are very ambitious. I mean, unlike Arsenal. Arsenal is a team that is unambitious. Everybody knows about that. They go in the market to buy players who will come and then help them cement their spot as a fourth place team, and so I think we understand that. But for teams like United, who have gone in for the
Who buy Pogba for 89 million and do absolutely nothing. Last season, absolutely nothing.
What about this season?
Listen.
Absolutely nothing.
What about this season?
Listen.
Injured.
Listen.
I mean,
What
no,
is he even doing?
let's look at it. You bought El Neni,
Guys,
bought Xhaka
guys.
and the rest, and if you combine the money, Pogba have been better than all of them. So look at them buying El Neni for 35 million, buying Xhaka for almost 40 million pounds. Add it and see how much you have spent.
So one player 89
and these are all chaffs. I
One
mean,
player,
you bought
89 million.
No, you bought Debuchy for 20 million.
One
What did you
player,
get?
89
Where
million.
is Debuchy? I saw him
89
playing.
million.
No, where is
Are you
Debuchy?
serious?
You bought
One
Debuchy.
player for 89
No,
million.
you bought Debuchy for 20 million pounds. Where is he now?
I mean.
So when it comes to wasting of money, it's better to buy one quality player than go ahead and buy two low cost players who will come in and just add to the numbers.
And when you buy that one quality player, you go and buy another person to come and free him. What do you mean by that?
I mean, the player you are talking about is a better player than your midfielders right now, and that is why you are struggling, because if you had a Matic in your team, you wouldn't have lost by 3-0 against a Roma. You need a Matic right now, and unfortunately he won't be lining up for United.
Kante is your best player in England.
What? No, the fact that
He's your
the
best player in England.
He is,
and he's a midfielder.
He is the best midfielder.
So how is
in England.
Matic better than him?
Oh, everybody, Matic didn't play the same position as Kante. They used to play together. You saw what Kante will go ahead and go and come. Matic is a typical number 6.
Okay.
He is a typical number 6. Makes the blocks, makes the tackles.
But
even
you don't have a player.
Kante is better than Matic as Matic.
Why do you want to compare? Why the comparison?
You are saying Matic is the
But I
best.
think Matic is better than Bakayoko.
The comparison is between Matic and Bakayoko because they play in the same.
Bakayoko is injured. He's recovering.
Who said he's injured? Has he not been playing?
He's
No,
recovering.
when he came, what did you say?
He is recovering.
You told us that Bakayoko is a better player than mine, so you have sold in quotes a shaft or maybe a leftover
Bakayoko
player to
is
United.
recovering.
Now we are seeing the results. The best player right now is Matic, and I mean on his debut for United, everybody saw what he did. He won the man of the match, and like he said, he freed Paul Pogba, who will be coming back very soon. Unfortunately, he wouldn't be playing
that's
again.
a shame. That's a shame.
It's not a shame.
That's a
I mean,
shame.
Pogba needed the Pelos and the Marquis.
You buy 80 a player for 89 million,
to put
and
him
then
in
you
prison.
buy another
To
player
put him in
come and
prison.
free 89 million.
Does
Then
it matter?
why do you have to pay 89 million?
Does it matter? But
if he can't free himself,
so why do I pay 40 million for a Bakayoko who is not fit? 20 million for a drink water. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm drinking. Let me take a drink. Please, let's continue. You pay 20 million for a drink water.
look with the Champions League, Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester, we are dropping out. It's only Spurs and Manchester City. That
You can talk about yourself, but you cannot talk about United.
Look,
because this United team.
look, round of 16 or quarterfinals, if you should meet a big team, you are going out.
Which big team? No,
You are going out.
There are only 3 teams that
You can't beat Madrid.
There are only 3 teams that will trouble
You can't
United.
beat Madrid.
Barcelona.
You can never
Guys,
beat.
I think
Real
You can
Madrid.
never
have
beat
to come
PSG.
back here
You can
next
never.
week to
You can
come
never
and
beat
continue
PSG.
this.
You can never beat PSG. You can never beat Bayern Munich. You.
And I think we have a winner for the question. I think Onhene answered correctly. So Onhene, after this show, we're going to interact with you, and then you will receive your customized jersey from Spot Them. So guys, your final words as we get into the Super Sunday. Your final words.
Super Sunday, it is 2 big games, big games for the fans. First of all, let me touch on the Arsenal City game. I think it will be a really big game for both teams. City are looking to obviously extend their lead at the top of the table, and Arsenal, currently out of the top 4 race, are trying as much as they can to really get into it, because at this point in the league we are getting into the business end, and so dropping points could prove to be very crucial getting to the middle end of the season. So I think Arsenal need to hold City. It's a difficult test for them. I mean, teams have tried. The likes of Liverpool and Chelsea have tried. They were not just beaten, they were bruised and battered. And so I think it will be a tall order for us now on Sunday. But
My guy, it was just 1-0. It was just 1-0.
It was 1-0. What happened in the match? They didn't just beat you by 1-0. They dominated.
People are chopping 5 and 7.
No, they completely dominated Chelsea. They
Seven.
dominated Chelsea. No, but that's
Just
the fact.
1-0.
They
One
dominated Chelsea.
goal doesn't qualify for him to
1-0.
use the word battered.
How do you score somebody 1-0?
They dominated Chelsea completely from start to. They dominated absolutely.
Look, they scored
It was
as
absolute
they
dominance.
dominated us, but you
I
can't
don't-
use battered.
I don't know.
You can't use
I
battered.
won't take it back.
You can't use battered.
And let me
Okay.
add that.
Okay, so you've made your
Do you know
point.
what battery is?
No, but I haven't touched on the
Battery
United.
is what happened when you came to Stamford Bridge last
You
season.
see, let me just come to the United Chelsea game. We are in for revenge. I mean, there's no 2 ways about it. They beat us by 4 goals to 0 the last season. They beat us again in the FA Cup. So it means they beat us twice last season at their home ground. This season, fortunately, the dynamics have changed, because we are now the team in form. We are now the team battling to win the league. They are struggling for it. They are now a top 4 side, battling to just be in the top 4. We are a team looking to, and if you are a team looking to win the league, you should be able to beat teams like Chelsea in such crucial moments. And so to all the United fans out there, I just tell you that just keep your calm. And like I said earlier, just get a bottle of Mamba energy drink, relax. If you are on the DSC
And get your
setup,
jersey.
get your jersey
From
from
Spot Them.
Spot Them here, and just relax. We are beating them by not less than 4 goals. It could be even be 5. You say I told you. Just relax and wait. And I predict 4-0.
All right, before I hear your side of it, let me just also bring in here that I think 2 Ghanaians were nominated, shortlisted for the CAF African Player of the Year.
Yeah.
We have Christine Achu and then
Thomas
Thomas Partey. What do you think about that?
Well, both of them deserve it. They've been great for their teams, and they've been great for the national team as well. For Thomas Partey, I think in a few years to come, he should be wrestling amongst the top 3 in the African best player of the year. When you just look at the goal he scored, against Karabakh, it was a perfect goal, a fantastic goal. He's been able to score similar goals for the national, for the Black Stars. So I think it is great. It's a feather on his cap for him. I give him a pat on the back, and I hope he improves on his performance so that he can be CAF African Player of the Year one day.
So do you think any of these players are actually going to be crowned the African Player of the Year?
For now, I don't think any of them will be nominated for the top 3.
So who do you think is actually going to be crowned the African Player of the Year?
For African Player of the Year, I think Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang will get the nod, followed by Mohamed Salah. No, followed by Sadio Mane, then Mohamed Salah. So these are my top 3.
Now your
For the African
last
players,
words for your Arsenal fans who are watching you, and what do you have to say?
They should just keep calm. Arsenal City game is not a scary game. You shouldn't be afraid of such a game. When you look through history, you fancy your chances. You can get a draw or get a win, and that's the confidence all Arsenal fans should take into watching. Get your jersey from Spot Them. Get your cool Mamba energy drink. Go out there and watch the game.
Okay, Lobson, how about you? He says they are going to jubilate after the game. What are you so saying? Are you also going to jubilate after the game, or are you going to go home with tears?
The only thing I'll be going home with is the 3 points.
Or this not, you're not even going to go home. You're going to stay home with tears because it's actually
Stay home with 3 points.
Oh, okay.
That's what we are doing.
All right, guys, this had been the Super Sunday edition of Fans and Bands in here. The show was proudly sponsored by Mambo Energy Drink and, of course, Sport Them. So again, next week we'll see you here. It's been Fans and Bands show. Goodbye. Have a good weekend.
Ciao.